Hey, it's Vito and John from Meet at the Apple, and we're here with Carlos Mendoza. Carlos, just right off the bat, we want to talk about this Atlanta series. We've seen this team the last 2 years struggle in that town, and it seems like this week the fight is just extreme. Both games, just big comebacks. Like, what has it been like? What has the energy been like in that dugout?
Incredible. And just like you said it, that first game of the series for us to get down four early in the game, and then for the guys to continue to put together good at bats, continue to fight, and the energy in the dugout was pretty impressive. Um, we lost the lead late in the game, and then Nemo to tied it. Big swing left on left, pretty tough left on left matchup. After his first three-run homer, big fly, um, and then obviously Stewart. But that's a good team there. We know that. We knew that coming into this series. The fans, the atmosphere here is pretty incredible, and the boys showed up. Really good feeling. Last night's game, another great one. When it looked like he was going to get out of hand early. Hauser had a battle and gave us five. And then, Nunez making his major league debut, keeping us in the game. And then, obviously, Pete with a three-run homer. And then that rally against Iglesias, who's one of the better closers in the game, right? And, to bring up the tying run, the go-ahead run, Pete in that ninth inning, impressive. Again, a lot of energy, guys fighting. It is a good feeling, when you could show that the feeling is you're never out of the game, especially when you get down few runs, and that's an encouraging sign. It says a lot about the guys in that room, and I'm very proud of them.
And it also says a lot that you guys have proven that you can go toe to toe with the Braves team that won 103 games last year. So that's awesome. Now, you mentioned good feelings. Want to go back to last week, although kind of feels like a month ago with all the rainouts and everything you guys have had to withstand here. But your first managerial win, another resilient effort by the guys coming back in the ninth inning. What was that like for you getting that first W under your belt as a manager?
Yeah, it was. I'm not gonna lie, it was special. Especially after so many events that homestand. Not only rainouts, but all the incidents with the Brewers, and then having lost that first game of a doubleheader. And then being pretty much shut down for the whole game. That second game, we didn't get our first hit till like the eighth. I think it was when Bader got hit the first hit, and then down one, Pete. He's a changeup, I think it was, and it was nice to get that first one out of the way, even though it took a lot longer than I was anticipating. But I'm glad the boys fought back, like I said, and for us to get on that plane and go to Cincinnati with that split, especially like I said, with so many events that first homestand, it was good.
And after the game, you were asked about what was or how you guys celebrated. You said beer, champagne, and you mentioned eggs. So,
Yes.
so what kind of eggs? Like what was that about?
But they're just straight eggs,
Scrambled eggs.
Yeah,
Wait, like
yeah.
Rocky, like yolk
Oh,
into
yeah,
the cup and you just throw it back?
yes, yeah. I'm telling you, nasty. From there, I went straight to the shower. Like I think I took, after that, I took a shower, went and did my press conference, and got back in shower again because I still had that smell. So yeah, it was a pretty long shower there before I got on the bus to get on the plane.
Will you ever eat eggs again after that? I mean, I feel like eating raw eggs, that would destroy me for the rest of my life.
I know. Yeah, look, getting your first W the way we did it, I'll take that one.
It's worth it. It's definitely worth it. Two showers, it's a lot. Must have been a lot of eggs. Now, that was the celebration with the boys in the clubhouse. How about with the family? How'd you celebrate after you left the stadium?
Yeah,
Anything special?
yeah, it was special for my wife and the kids to be there. Last game of the homestand, they were getting ready to go back, and I'm glad they stayed there. It wasn't easy for them either. They wanted to get that first one out of the way, but quick hawks. Yeah, they were. It was special for them to be there, and but it was quick. couldn't celebrate it because I had to get on the bus and catch a flight to Cincinnati.
Now, speaking about the flight, you've taken a few team flights now. We know you guys flew back here to New York as a team together to open the season. You flew together from Atlanta from Cincinnati to Atlanta. What's the team plane been like? Who's the jokesters? Like, who's the loudest? What's it been like?
Oh, it's been fun, normal team flights where you got people playing cards, you got people, you got coaches preparing for the next series, like for us in front of that plane is more of a preparation, and then, some of the guys will go to sleep, but some of them will play cards and, it's just your normal trips, it's like, all right, here we go, boys. First one of the year. And, boys enjoy that. They come together a lot, and you got to get ready for the next series.
You guys are about to have another plane ride back home to New York. So you've had one homestand. You're about to wrap up your first road trip. So what have you learned so far? What have been the key learnings as you guys have gone along? You've played 11 games now from your perspective as skipper of this team.
That, I'm not going to say learning, is just more like confirming, and then you're going to go through ups and downs, and for us to get out of the gate with those 5 games and not getting the W, is that at some point during the year you're going to go through some stretches like that, and for us to come out of the gate, it was one of those where it's part of a long season. You got to stay the course. You got to stay consistent. You got to keep preparing. You got to stay positive with the guys. And we went to Cincinnati and faced a pretty good team, and took 2 out of 3. Came here to Atlanta. Took the first one. Battle last night, and if anything, it's just confirming how much of the fight, the energy, and the boys are ready to go.
And you guys are going to head back to New York soon. We're having Doc Gooden Day here this Sunday, where we're going to retire Doc's number. Are you looking forward to that ceremony, just being a part of it, seeing it happen, seeing all the former Mets come through?
Yeah, 100%. What an honor, and what a privilege. I remember being a kid and watch Doc, dominate. This is great that we are doing this and honoring this. Great players that meant so much for this team, this organization, the fan base. To have his number retire on Sunday, I'm really looking forward to it. So yeah, it's a special day. It should be a special weekend that all of us should celebrate.
Do you want us to save you one of the bobble arms? Do you want us to grab one for you and we can give it to you next time we see you in person?
Sure, I'll take one.
we did bring a gift the first time, and by the way, have you added any decor to the office since we last paid a visit?
I should be getting some pictures there, so there should be a little bit of decoration there in the office. So we'll see.
Okay, if you want, we could all take a picture together, and then we can make that kind of a centerpiece, and then you could kind of build around it. Just a thought, just putting it out there.
We'll see how that one goes.
Okay, Carlos Mendoza, thanks so much for giving us a couple minutes. Stay dry. The weather not great in Atlanta right now, and we'll see you when the boys are back in town.
Perfect. I will see you guys over the weekend, and really looking forward to a great homestand.